Shit.
But yeah, what's gonna ask you lot, yeah, it's a mad question, yeah. What would you rather, yeah? Your daughter on OnlyFans
The other option.
Huh?
The other option.
This one's for the stolen voices, my people that ain't got much traces. Trapped in the belly of the beast, everywhere is beef and there's never ever peace. Every day is peak and I never get to speak. Living in the Elmos, never get to see. Sitting in a cell, feeling like you're never gonna leave, but you can't sleep cause you got beef with the bread underneath in the bunk. Man, the truth in my speech is abundant. I don't need a reason to keep it 100. The government declared the war on the man. So this ain't a song, it's a glorious anthem to rep for the group that is normally abandoned. The poor is ignored when they're stranded. From Lagos to Kingston, Newry to Camden, against all odds, of course we are champions. I'm the voice of Trayvon, I'm the voice of Stephen Lawrence, I'm the voice of Tupac, with no thug life engraved in my stomach. I'm the voice of a runaway slave, holding a blade and facing a musket. Been a victim of the system too long, we get tired and waiting for justice. The voice of Fred Hampton Sr., killed for defending the people and the right to exercise freedom of speech. We just want to be treated as equal. I'm the voice of the mums and the ones that pray for unity in the community. I'm the voice of the young trying to escape the slum, but they can't find the opportunity.
So much to say, but not enough. You hear the cries calling from the skies above, saying it's okay, speak your mind, open your heart, don't let no one add you to understand.
or your son trapping.
My son trapping easily, man.
Yeah, go and trap, man. Make your money, bro. You go jail, do your time, come back home.
Bro, my story didn't even go that far to jail.
Yeah,
He just done a 1-2
I'm
and it
just
worked.
giving you the worst case scenario, because the OnlyFans thing, you can't really take that back. That's a different shame for a man, I think, for a father. I think that's a different shame.
No, you should have said your son on food. That's what you should have said. That's what you should have said.
No, not just trapping.
Trapping.
is different.
Yeah, I choose trapping.
I understand what you're doing though, because it's one. They're both two evils, so I see what he's doing.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I choose my evil.
So you rather your son go to jail? Go to jail, maybe get run up on, maybe robbery gone bad, maybe whatever. Like maybe end up taking the food.
That's
what
comes with the job, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So all the risk of what trapping can bring, years in jail, just a mad thing. Getting.
Yeah, I told you not to do it. So yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I told you not to do it.
Rather than just the OF.
The OF is mad though.
That's crazy.
What the OF? What full blown porn OF? Like you're getting
None of it.
Huh?
like the Lily girl.
What? Yeah, if she was
There's
just
no gradient or ratio of how.
If she was just showing her, is she just showing her tits?
No.
Not her face, just her tits.
No, go cunch, son.
No.
Son, go cunch.
Go cut.
I'll give you the pack.
You said it. What would you rather?
My son's.
You'd rather your son selling drugs?
Definitely.
Are you not being realistic about how dangerous selling drugs is?
No, I know, man gets it.
Like really? Like one or two man can cut through, but you know this thing can get mad.
No, it can, but I don't know.
I think we all maybe have participated in well, let me not speak for nobody.
On
but you get me?
GTA, like on games and stuff.
That's what I bet.
I've partaken in that, but
yeah.
That is just more noble to me than a woman selling.
What's attaching me to the daughter thing though so bad? That's what I got to ask.
Because you know you felt.
It's your pride. It's your pride.
It's the pride.
She's legal. She's making mad Skrilla.
How old is she? How old is? Let's talk about ages.
Nah, man, there's no age.
18 and above.
Oh,
Let's talk about ages.
Okay.
Let's talk about ages.
18.
18 and above, no.
My son's 18. Why my son trapping?
No.
I'll be upset with my son trapping, but I'll be more upset with my son trapping than my daughter. No, I'll be more upset with my daughter on OnlyFans than my son. Yeah, I'm choosing my son, bro.
I can't find a way around thinking like that still. I agree with Kid. I can't find a way of thinking around it.
It's very selfish to even say that.
It is, isn't it? Because then it's like, oh, what, Dad, do you love her more than me then, Dad? Like, do you know what I mean?
Because
Love who more than?
Because
Like,
one person's risking their freedom. They're both doing.
But one's risking their life. Both.
Who's risking their life?
The porn star.
Why is she risking her life?
Cool. I know there's precautions, but there's
even-
AIDS and STD.
That's scare
Realistically, we should all say the OnlyFans.
That's scare
We should
tactics.
all
We should,
say OnlyFans. We should.
So what's
I think
keeping you
morally
away
that's
from that?
worse.
We should.
What's
say
keeping
it.
you away from saying
let's do the pros and cons. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just attached to the emotional side of it.
Alright, let's get the obvious out the way. The cons of your daughter doing OnlyFans.
You're getting beat out, and I can see it.
What, you don't have to subscribe.
No, but I could see it. I could see
You
it.
don't say subscribe.
I could see it.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. This is boy driver, general, gentleman, I like reputation.
I don't know.
Inside.
Cool. Let me throw a different question in there quickly. You see you on CCTV busting a shot and getting nicked. You come across the video of your daughter getting dirted. It's still, I still think I need to see.
No, it ain't about that. Ain't about that.
Kind of is though, because
No, because the
it's
footage.
a possibility.
It's a poor comparison because the footage of my son shotting is what's that? It's nothing and getting arrested.
No, but we said
That's
drug
nothing.
dealer, porn
Yeah,
star.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you're now visually seeing
Yeah,
it both, and I
visually-
still feel the same
Your
way.
son could shot in front of you. That's a poor comparison. Obviously, one person could do their work in front of you, like or right under your nose, you don't realize, and the other person can't do their work anywhere near you because you hear it or smell it.
Oh, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
What are you choosing?
The truth is, I'm choosing the shotter, but I have to play the advocate just to, you know what I mean, see why you're choosing.
But
But
why are
I-
you choosing the shotter, even as advocate?
Because I just rather my son shots than
that, innit?
my daughter be a prostitute, a
But
digital
you-
prostitute.
Yeah.
You get me? That I just no. I don't think any father would co-sign. Well, actually, long. Certain, I know some of them got their mum as their manager. They're very rare. Some of them are proud that their daughter does porn. That's a mad thing. And the thing is, what you do with your body is what you do with your body. You get me? But if you're asking me what I'd prefer, then I prefer, my son doing the shotting and rare. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't stop you. There's nothing I can do. Whatever. I'll cut you off. You'd be dead to me in my head.
I reckon a woman would say different.
Yeah, but women, that's why.
Yeah, no, you know what? When I asked it online, some women did say different.
Also,
Majority
but
of women though, or some.
they're enablers though. That's why a majority of single parent household.
If you got it,
Was
if you got it, flaunt it.
of
I feel like a mum would say that.
70%
If you got it, flaunt it.
of men in prison are from single mother households. and stuff like that.
voice.
No, but do you know what I mean though? Women are enablers though.
Hi, my name is Tinks. I am the man that's voice.
Yeah. It's facts though.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I think this is a part, and I think, that Willie Lynch theory and all that stuff about dominate the man in front of the woman will never trust the man. and the man lead again. You get hold of the woman, you can what's the word?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Your message will still be implemented and
children,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's why men are so abrupt and stern about shit. This is why men don't. Like, parents flock to the mum more than the dad in some things. The dad is missed when he's not there because he's the one who instills discipline and stuff like that. He's not the happy parent who enables stuff. And I know this because I've had both my parents. My mum's never told
Close
me
that, please. Close that properly, please.
My mum's never told me she's disappointed with me. My dad has enough times. There's certain standards my dad would hold me to and certain things I wouldn't do because he's a firm man, pause, who has certain morals and things that we live by and we don't slip with them. Your mum, that's what your mum's there for, to show you unconditional love and make you feel like you can do anything and you'll be okay and stuff like that.
Well, you think so? You think that?
Not
Should it be like that?
Not
Do you know what?
ultimately.
Yeah, I've not had a mum for long, so I don't really know. Like from that, I don't know if that's what a mum should be. I think that when I look at it, and being a father and having to co-parent with mums, I'd rather that they found more balance. Because one thing I've said is, like, I've had periods of time where I've spent a long time in jail, innit? And I come out and now I'm trying to do this reconstructive relationship with my child.
one's gotta
And
be
now,
soft. Go on.
wait, and then I'm being expected to be the big bad wolf all the time.
Yeah.
No. But like, let me get some of that. I tell you why that
you've missed
that
some
can backfire.
periods.
I feel like in my situation that may have even backfired because it may make people shape their memories in their mind differently, innit? And you may have to convince them that you was a certain way out of love. But in their head, if they're used to the softness, it can go down like they just think you're a cunt, innit?
By the time they realise it's too late.
And you're always being forced to not be the cunt, but always be associated with
Negative.
or something. A child's mind, where you ain't had that chance to show them the balance in life, a child's mind might just think, there's enough man that grew with their dad or whatever, but they don't love their dad. Like, it's mad. They talk about their mom and this and that, and I'm like, what about your dad? Yeah, he's about. What did he live somewhere? No, it's just like, people don't give a fuck about
parent,
dads,
I'm definitely,
cuz.
as a parent, I'm balanced though.
Until he's not there, then you're balling
Yeah.
out and getting tattoos.
As a parent, I'm definitely balanced. I'm balanced though. I'm balanced as a parent. I'm not too
Right.
soft. I'm not too hard. Pause. But pause. That's crazy. But when I was growing up, my mum was the one that was
The mad one, the one that's like,
bro.
oh, she would switch.
Yeah, my dad was the one that was. Oh, you go with your dad. My dad would give me.
He's
whatever I
cool,
want.
he's calm.
I didn't want that. I don't want that though.
Yeah, but what age was
What do you mean? But was he more?
From birth, bro. To
What your dad done?
Was that like a lack of presence, kind of? Not lack of presence, but just not lack of effort,
I
kind
think my
of
dad
more
was just,
thing.
he just wanted the peace. He just wanted. He
Yeah,
just
so
didn't want
that's
the headache.
different.
My mum wanted the headache.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
So
yeah. I got time today.
Yeah.
I had my mum up until I think 12, 13.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got shipped to go live with my dad.
Right,
That's when
right.
I was becoming a man and I was a bit too difficult to handle for my mum. So I think those men moulding ages from when you're teens to like 18, and I think that's when the dad is
What,
more
gotta be
needed.
hard? Pause.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? I feel like I've had the, for me, like the perfect kind of upbringing in a way. So I had my mum to show me love and care and concern. I know I could always count on her for certain things. But then when it came to my man ages to be a man, my dad was a lot more disciplined and firm with me and put certain, like my dad would give me chores, but like extreme shit. So like it's my job to do the recycling bin. Let me get away with it once, I don't do it. Let me get it 2 times. Third time I go in my room, there's rubbish everywhere. Go in my room and just go like that with the bag and throw it everywhere. And now that's
the Nigerian tactics.
Yeah.
One day my mum pulled out the pot, the pot that she told me to. She just pulled it out on the floor, and the whole pot there on the floor. And I come back from school and like
Go clean it all up.
yeah.
Nice.
You know, I got
and before you ask, no, it wasn't fufu.
Kenke.
you got to instill a bit of discipline. I think it's good for you because, like, say, I was talking to someone and I was like, fucking, what was I saying now?
But instill discipline.
No, like
Speech impediment. So my brother had a speech impediment, and in primary school it was so bad. My teachers used to take me out of my classroom to go to his classroom to interpret what he was saying to them. So, but he had speech therapy and all that stuff. When he was 8, he went to go live with my grandma in Jamaica, innit? And she's militant. So like, I don't like vegetables. If I didn't eat my dinner at night time, she'd send me to bed. And I say I'm hungry, I want breakfast. It's that same plate going back in front of me. So she's no nonsense. When he used to speak to her, if he said a word wrong, he wasn't allowed to leave the spot he was until he said it right. So there's days when he's trying to say one word for 45 minutes. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And he came back from Jamaica speaking the Queen's English. For real? For real.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he didn't, people would say, "Oh, that was abuse." Nowadays, people are,
But now it's abuse.
Yeah, when you see the little Chinese boy on one leg, on the balancing on the thing, and the man's like whacking his leg, saying, "No, straighten up, and he's crying. Have you seen them videos?
I've seen that video.
And the boy's crying. People are like, "Oh, abuse, but it's like."
Now he's a jiu-jitsu champion of the world. No one can't chat him.
Now he's roundhouse kicked your son in nursery.
You know what the world is teaching, man, though? The world is teaching me, be smart about how you beat your light-skinned kids.
Where did that come from?
Oh, it was so profound.
Let's move forward.
It was so profound.
Let's move forward.
How did we get there?
Starting that, you know what the world's teaching me. I'm about to drop some knowledge.
Some gems.
Be smart.
We went outside and came back in a vicious man.
Social services, if you're watching this, it was a joke. They're gonna be, pranked you.
It's just jokes. H-A.
Be smart.
I ain't gonna laugh, I can smell it. H-A.
Yo.
No, you know what? Can we explore that?
I'm saying this one now.
Nah, trust me. Don't play this anymore. Don't play this. Don't play that.
Don't worry, man can jump in this convo. This is more our field. Alright, so build on that. What do you mean by that?
Just be smart. Just be smart.
Stop it.
I was the man who started the fire fan, did it?
I know that. There was no fire. I just threw the flame.
Okay, that's true.
But yeah, just be smart.
I mean, my baby mum.
First son is light skin.
I just have dark skin.
Yeah, that was good marketing. That was good marketing for the sisters. That was good marketing still. Yeah, but my baby mum, he was being disruptive. She took him to the car and just gave him a 1-2 one day. Hey, we were at home like the next day and relaxing ourselves. We just had a knock on the door, and it was feds.
Be smart. Be smart with your light skin kids.
It might have even been the same day, I think. We just enjoyed a nice Nando's, relaxed, and they came up to know and said, "Yeah, we saw someone." Said that
Someone saw.
You hit your child, and they came in and wanted to see the child. He was fine and that went back their day.
You know what's mad? Imagine your baby mum tells your kids off in Poundland, and the next day police turn up to Poundland and ask if they can see the CCTV footage because someone reported a child being abused.
That's where it's getting to.
And the security man recognises my youths, recognised my baby mum, saw her the next time. I said, listen, you know, police actually came here.
That's crazy.
You get me? They didn't get to see the footage and that, but like this a real life shit. And all she did was shout at them, but obviously, she, you know, when you're having one of them days, she must have had a meltdown and said a mad thing. Yeah. But it's not like what you can't shout at your kids no more. People want to intrude on that.
My statement is more relevant now, right?
But why was it on your particular shade of kids?
Yeah. Colorism. Colorism.
One shows that more? I was going to say one shows that more?
No, I can only speak from experience. I got Nats and babies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can only speak.
So you're saying black and white kids can just be beaten anyhow?
They bruise easier when you shout at them.
Crazy.
Be intelligent. Certain man are going power. I heard it. Certain man, I heard it.
What's your
man are going Poundland.
I thought this is crazy.
No, I heard it.
What's your weapon of choice?
Certain man are going Poundland and can't shout at
Poundland and Iceland is crazy.
Is that like Pound Town?
Pound Town. That's a pussy pig. Brown. That's crazy.
Person is Poundland in Pound Town.
Because the man's light skin.
Or is Pound Town in Poundland.
So
what's your weapon of choice? That's how I know.
The back man.
Okay, I respect that.
Back man. I don't. Yeah. Anything else? I don't really feel like it's never been that extent of trouble to even fathom the thought of drawing for something.
You got boy or girl?
I got 2 boys.
Okay.
And growing up, what did you get?
Me?
Yeah.
It was abusive. Bro.
Okay.
You heard the hey.
Okay, we all got that.
I lived in
Not all the same though.
No.
Bro, whatever mom can find.
You know when some of your, I don't know about you lot, some of your friends told you that they were getting real big man punches and that.
Kid.
That's his one. Like actually getting punched. My thing was a beating. Multiple weapons.
Yeah.
Welts and that. Yeah.
My mum beat me. My dad decided.
Let me ask you all the questions.
No combinations.
Shadow boxing you. Crazy.
If I ever get hit twice, I'm like, what's going on there?
You're beating your you and you're ducking. Why are you fainting?
Yeah, imagine.
Nah, literally. You're laughing at man's pain.
No, it's cool. I have to laugh at my pain. I have to laugh at my own pain.
Man to the Mayweather now.
The Gellum could never hear that. Man said he don't want it to be debatable. The Philly show is great.
Hey, we're fucking for laughing at this, you know. This is a man's trauma, bro.
Nah, it is.
It's man's trauma. We're laughing at it.
It's better to laugh at it.
Yeah, it definitely is.
The lessons learned in the whole something.
Oh, fucking hell.
Bo did better for my youth.
But now that we can laugh about it, yeah. See, like kids nowadays, could be going through that, and they go to school and tell their brethren, yeah, man, my dad punched me up today, or whatever.
Yeah,
and I was, bro, that's enough for you to want to dip him, or like you want to. You know what I mean? It's scary now, bro.
No, it's scary.
You lot ever
What you say? You might beat a youth and then get dipped up by the white cheese.
Yeah, bro.
You
don't see when these dads go down to the school and get wrapped up.
Especially they going down to do this.
Yeah.
See all that going to the school gate? That was no.
That ain't happening.
If you got beef, son. Like,
you better call your brethren. Namaste.
Someone text respect. Because right about now.
No, I'll do it for you. I'll follow him.
I know him. I'll see if I can chat to him. You know what I mean? It's real talk though.
Fight the power.
Them men are doing whatever I think about him personally.
Joke, man.
The fact that we need people like kind of like this because it's peak, bro. You get me?
Joke, man.
It's peak out there.
Joke, man.
Stop that, man.
Sorry,
it's peak. You got man going down to places to sort out their kids' fight and getting knocked out and put on TV. You got mums coming down. It's crazy, man.
You think it's time for us to start calling the police as a people?
I'm saying
no.
The answer is no. And you know what? All jokes aside, that's why I would rather there be 50 respects out there doing their own thing than having to call the police. The police don't have any care or concern for us, and historically we call the police and end up getting fucked over. Yeah,
you're saying as in black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And even other people, they call the police thinking because they ain't had the bad experience with the police. They think it's just a black thing. And when it happens to them, they talk about, see, two-tier policing. We've been saying this for time. The police are fuckery. They'll come and fuck up most things.
Anything.
Unfortunately, I wish that we lived in a community where we could still deal with community matters amongst ourselves. I think we still do, but people have just lost the ability to do it. So it's easier to call the feds.
You know what it is now, though?
It's easier to it.
I think the community thing now is is it's more like this. If I know that you're on badness and I see feds coming, I give you the heads up. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to be able to stop you from your badness. You're going to do your badness. I might be able to import wisdom and try to say, don't go down that road, but ideally what you choose to do is what you're going to be on. So I will facilitate your choices in that.
Yeah, but there was a stage when
bit.
if someone says to you, I'm going to call the police, you'll be like, oh. No,
Yeah, now
I'm
I don't-
done.
now
Now
I
could
don't.
be gone then.
Gone then.
By the time they get,
Phone
I'm gone, bro.
Well, that's what the youths are saying, or that's what you're saying.
No, the youth says, what, feds what, bro?
What feds
You should be able to say, "Hey, friends are coming, friends are coming." You
man's
know, like,
scattering, that's
are
it.
you my friends? Like,
Man will see
just-
sirens again. Man's running out with the sirens. Even
Only
they're not
time
coming
now
for
they
us.
take it
What's the
serious
all run from
probably is if they hit conjects.
I don't see groups of youths anymore.
And
Though.
that's it.
So I'm like, maybe it's from my advantage. I'm not walking into
true.
groups of youths standing there. They're where they are. I do kind of see them passing through, but that's the thing. Right about now, they all look the same, and none of them look like they're on nothing, and then they're all on something.
This is the point. This
It's
is
crazy. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is-
Because
it's a-
I've been there. Like, when
slideshow.
I was doing like certain youth work, I was doing like some community outreach, yeah, and I was partnered up with the St. Giles Trust, so they had some of their
Why does that
workers.
sound familiar? Where is that?
Like it's everywhere, but like they kind of help youths that just come out of jail and they just do little things, whatever. I personally think I think they're a shit company or shit outfit.
But they
They're just
didn't
getting
pay you enough, basically. That's-
No, I was working independently, but
Okay.
we were working together doing community patrols, right? This is from way back, and we're walking around this area, and then we know there's a
Can
section
you name
60.
the area?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
I know there's a section 60 going on in the area.
That's when they can stop and search anyone.
Yeah. So we're walking, and then there's some youths in the park, and as we get closer, they're bunning. And then I'm like, right, come and go chat to these youths, because we're trying to engage the youths. I'm working with a youth club. I'm trying to tell them that we've got a free studio that they can use, rare. We've got engineers, different classes. Come down to man's, get me. And I'm like that relatable face. They like, get me. I'm dressed in my tracksuit and whatever. I'm normal brother. I'm trying to engage with these man. St. Giles man's like, oh, I can't go up there. It's like, why not? Oh, because they're smoking. So what do you mean? Our policy is that if youths are smoking, we can't engage with them just in case something happens and people think that you're smoking. It was some weird. I was like, what are you talking about? These are the youths you need to come in. Furthermore, we're trying to tell them there's a section 60 out here. You don't want to approach them because they're smoking.
There probably is a guideline or something
Exactly.
in his thing where he can choose to hide behind that if he wants
Yeah,
to. His own
yeah,
company has to
yeah,
cover
yeah.
everything.
No, but
it's
it's their
optional.
policy.
You don't have
Yeah.
to adopt that. You're not going to get in trouble if you're doing.
dumb. So like anyway, we gone and told them section 60. I was like, all right. I said, right, I swear I seen you before. So oh yeah, there's little brother. Okay, yeah. There's a studio. What? Who spits? I bet you spit. Like you get me? Rare. I'm just. Man's like, you got a lighter? I said, well, I can't really give you a lighter, but you know, hold that. Take the lighter, innit? Like, you get me? Rare. It's cool. I don't need it. Oh, safe, man. Rare. Anyway, you lot, listen. You know what a section 60 is? If you get stopped, rare, they can take anything. So you man got your weed in your pocket. Back in the days, we used to put our weed in our socks and that. You man just walking around, you're gonna get nicked, and it's gonna be problems you don't need. Oh, safe, man.
Fucking hell, you know what's mad? We're
I'm
them
like-
guys now.
I'm like, are you gonna come down? Are you gonna come? Yeah, we'll come. Rare. All right, cool. We've gone that way. They've gone that way. We've gone round the block, gone round to some estate. Coming out of this estate, we just see a youth fly past us. Some youth. As we see him, he's getting chased. 4 youths in valleys with borers running the shoot down. I'm like, yo, like run past man. I'm like, yo, hey, you man, like allow it, like. I'm like, Ross. So I've gone after them now. You get me? Got round the corner.
So wait, they're chasing him and you're chasing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got round the corner now. As I got round the corner, like I'm just seeing these youths walking back, but man's taking off his belly. The borer's gone. Bro, it's the same youth that I was just chatting to. That was just like a sneaky youth. He had his blazer on still. It was him. I'm saying, rah.
I would have read
like-
this wrong and got fucked up.
I'm like, rah. What happened, man? I said, no. It's just like you violated man before.
Violated,
Like,
violated.
like,
Violated.
and I think the point I'm making is, I just took these lot for some nerdy kind of little kids, but they're just there having their little smoke in the park. But they all had borers, cuz. And they're all like basically active and that. And this is the thing, you can't. I struggle to tell.
You can't
who's
identify
on-
it no more, innit?
yeah,
In
not-
our day, you can kind of
yeah,
identify
I feel like
it.
so. Yeah,
Like I could look at a man's trainers
Yeah,
and
or something.
kind of get a
Yeah,
gist of
you
about
get
him.
me,
yeah,
you know
well,
what I
jacket
mean?
or something,
Or
or
look at his
bag, like-
outfit, or look
Yeah.
how his shoes look.
That's the point.
But
That's
now
it.
it ain't.
Man even knew who the bad boy from that school was in my school. You know what I'm saying? That man just knew
Yeah.
who the
And
sets
you know,
were.
you said something that was mad. You see, like there's it's not really big groups. I don't really come across big
Not
groups.
like that,
though.
not like-
You think it's more segregated? Because there'll be days, like sunny days on our block, where you could bust a corner as 50 man.
50 man.
But like chilling.
100 man outside Cracker Jacks.
Do you get what I'm saying? You don't see it.
Crazy.
Maybe the times, I'm not there at the right time.
They just-
but
they don't
it's a bit
congregate
more-
on the corners
it's
like
a bit
that
more
no more.
segregated.
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, we listened to a tune today on the way
so.
here, and the bar was, let's play a game called Truth or Dare. I dare a man to chill in his block.
Yeah.
So if you've got problems like that, you can't really be
You
outside.
can't even chill outside your own yard. No.
You can't.
Shout out Dopey though. Shout out Dopey.
Shout out the 60s, yeah, facts. But you see what I'm saying? Now, like you said, there's no
'Cause you know
groups
what?
anymore, bro.
So say for example, yeah, in my day, yeah, there was, I don't know, like Lewisham, Brixton, Peckham.
Why was we third?
Sorry, I don't know why.
Heath.
Born in Lambeth.
Heath.
Probably
Gotta be
something.
third, you're Southwark.
Heath, you can say Heath. You can say Heath.
Depends on when you grew
But
up.
Heath was an extension
Yeah.
of Brixton.
Yeah.
Because you know what, there was
In that time, in that period.
there were certain crews. Well, no, later on when everybody got kicked out of Brixton and thrown in Fulton, if you'd say that more. But like there was a lot less areas. So say for example, yeah,
I know what you mean.
maybe because I'm outside looking in, yeah, I never
That
knew,
had threats in, like, in
I never knew Camberwell. Like
That was Peckham, though.
yeah, so man from
Or-
Camberwell
yeah.
would just migrate to Peckham.
Yeah,
and
really, basically, yeah.
be these youths.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, there's youths from
Yeah,
Camberwell.
and different ends of Camberwell as well.
Yeah, like that.
It's-
Our badness is there
It was
now.
batchy.
Yeah.
It's more fragmented. Like,
That's the word.
Even like Cherry Orchard, I never knew about that until I saw the DVD.
Do you get what I mean?
I was like, what? There's youths up there doing
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
In their areas doing that?
So now
Serious man,
it could happen anywhere. now.
Anywhere, bro.
Before there were certain areas that are a bit
Badness
more
is
safer than.
everywhere. Yeah.
And then
everybody-
when man was growing up, Lambeth weren't so separated now.
Nah, no way.
Lambeth, bro, man could ride my bike from
Where did you grow up in Lambeth?
Loughborough.
Alright, so cool, but because you're closer to Loughborough, yeah, you might have understood the segregation. See, me from Tulsa Hill, we don't really mix with Brixton, yeah?
Yeah.
So like, Brixton was just Brixton to me. Once you go past Foot Locker and all of that, that's all one mass. Then when I started to be a bus driver, I was like, hold on, no, this is like this crew's Mitesfield.
Yeah.
This is Angel.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was segregated.
That's new era shit. I like
Oh, is it?
That's new. That's new. Well,
New
I say-
era to a certain
I say
extent,
new
innit?
era
To a certain
because
extent. There's
I'm
always
thinking
batches.
of how man grew up.
There's
innit?
always batches,
But
but there was still
there was-
more
but
unity.
when-
Just like in
when
every-
I was
When we was
growing
going,
up-
we'd go Angel Town.
yeah,
we'd go there.
man could go right from my block, up to through Brixton, through Clapham, through go Brixton Hill, link up with man them there. Them same man go up to Tulsa Hill. Them man there chill there for a couple hours, and there might have been some in-house bath.
one of
them.
pass.
Yeah,
We weren't angels, innit?
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. The hill can't go down to Brixton.
Yeah,
Brixton
like,
can't
it's-
go into Brixton, and Brixton can't go into that part of Brixton.
Yeah,
and
it's mad.
then over there's strained with them lot, but then over there's mental.
It's
The
complicated.
biggest one that I knew was
It's all by design, though, right?
Lambeth versus
You
something.
reckon?
Really and truly.
What is the accident?
You hear me?
Why is it? It happened to Peckham, happened to here, happens to there, happens to Chicago, happens to
It's even got down
Jamaica,
to,
Nigeria,
It's even down to
like,
food
what-
shops. Now you can't go to
Yeah,
certain
you
food.
can
Well,
go
obviously
food
we
shop.
can, 'cause we're older in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain man from
Speak
certain
to you,
areas
yeah.
can't go to a certain food shop,
Bro,
bro. Because them man run it. For
Yeah.
example.
on the ends, I walked into a shop, yeah. I was playing a certain type of music, but I wasn't aware of it. It was on the radio, yeah. One of the man then, but it was on the radio. I just come out of gym, fresh gas. Went into the shop to buy
Elton
some
John.
fruits and all that. He weren't the man then. No, the man then. I went into the shop, you in there, they said to me, well, so I'm playing Ops's music. I screwed up my face. I said, Ops's where? He said to me, well, yeah, that's Ops's. I said to him, I'm a big man, I'm over 30 years old. He said to me, big man, do you know 30-year-olds are getting dick?
get a bit. I remember you told me that story.
Remember? I said to him, cool. So my thing is, I patterned him. Move out the way, let me come out the shop, little boy. Because in my brain, you're not touching me. He's out of sense, I patterned him. He was like, oh no, but... I said, well, I see you and your brethren, move. Come out the shop, went about my way. But he was brazen enough to turn around and say, yeah, at your big age, I don't care. Brr. So now at least, man, I just look at... That man said you can't see who it is.
Yeah, you
So
can't,
so when people say, why are people stabbing each other? Because they can't identify the threat. So everyone is a threat to everybody. So they just
Yeah, and like I know we've always followed fashion, but for everyone to be in a night tech or whatever, but all we wear is
I think that
dark
tracksuit's
black
cursed.
colours
I think that
24/7.
tracksuit's cursed.
When we was
that tracksuit's
when we was
cursed.
growing up, we used to wear all black when we was out there. We had modes. Sometimes we're outside, we've gone to check our friend, gone to do this, gone and there's times where we're out there. This is where it's time to make money, rob, do whatever. That's when we're in all black. Have you noticed how dark the colour palette of everyone
I
is.
feel like it's always been that.
The lightest will go is grey. The lightest will go is grey.
We've had this conversation on loads of
On a
pods.
normal day, we're not wearing white,
black,
bro.
blue, and grey.
We're not wearing white.
Never used to be that, bro. I'm from now, but I'm from. But bro, I grew up in the crazy mosh era.
Yeah, that's a one-way fashion designer thing.
Nah,
you know
not
what I'm saying?
just that though. We all wore colour was just a thing
Nah,
we
man,
wore.
so you
Different
man were
colours.
extravagant with colours
No,
on a
it
regular.
wasn't. It was normal. Clothing came in different colours, and we all wore different colours. UK now is on some like we're all dressed for a funeral.
Man from Peckham
It
wasn't
never
wearing,
used
was
to
not
be like
wearing
this.
crazy mosh, bro.
Black cow.
Excuse me, we invented that shit.
You lot were wearing black.
We
dark,
invented that shit, man. We invented that crazy mosh.
Bricks and
Tell me, no, wait,
Bro.
before you go, tell me some other
Bro.
stuff Peckham invented.
Bro, listen.
You don't
at the end of
invent
the day,
you don't invent chase us out of Chocaderos.
So
Yeah,
wait,
no.
So Crazy Mosh, Peckham.
no, we definitely was. We did run Trocadero
Facts.
with all the other youths, but there was a link up. People might have thought we were all from Peckham, but we were all. It
I
was.
feel like Peckham had a stronghold in there though. Still.
It just depends on what area you're talking about. Our areas might be slightly different. You get me? But yeah. Anyway, I was saying we invented crazy South, not just Peckham, but South.
Okay, yeah. Give it,
South,
yeah.
not just Peckham,
Cool.
but I mean Southeast and that. So, do you know what I mean? Not just
Like
Peckham
Lewisham
and
and
that.
them,
but like
Bermondsey.
we all wore colours.
Ferraducci is the only one I could provide.
Facts.
credit
See, that's-
for. Anything
no.
else, I'm skeptical.
I'm Ferraducci. You know?
Is it Ferraducci? That's,
Ferraducci.
that's the only one, hands down, I can give you.
Nah,
Pause.
man, not
Anything else,
Ferraducci.
I'm questioning.
I'm
Because
literally-
Mosh is Caribbean, no?
I'm literally talking
That's
about-
Caribbean.
I'm literally talking about crazy.
We even give you little. We even give you little Armani. You can have Armani as well. You can have.
No, but the brother
Iceberg.
productions took hold of the
No,
Armani.
we
Yeah,
was
that was
killing it,
fake.
man.
Fake, though.
We were killing it. We were.
Nah, so what?
Everybody's culture. We was all going Probitos, all going Cecil G's, and we was all getting. But even without that, just normal clothing. I'm saying, yeah, we wore blue and black and red. That's always existed. But it's like we had a brighter color palette. Now everybody's just in black and blue and maybe.
You
some
know what
grey
you lot are
and it's
known for?
Dark.
Not the fake Avex jackets, the ninja ones.
Nah. We're known
You
for
lot are known for
Avrexes.
that.
You lot can't style Peckham.
Impossible.
You can't style Peckham.
Impossible,
Bro.
bro.
I don't even need to fight
It
Peckham.
actually
corner.
is impossible to style.
You can't. You
got
get
no
me?
style.
You
got
can't
none.
style on us. No, you can't style on
You
us.
got zero, bro.
That's a lie.
And I
don't
fucking
even-
Peckham one heavy.
I feel like maybe, like I don't know. Obviously, you're talking from like the Boost era. Maybe you're talking.
I'm
You're,
not putting
get me,
those
cause you know, big up Boost and that. But from an older generation,
You lot had no style, bro.
that's a lie. That's a lie.
You had no style.
That's
Every
the
dance.
from the south.
You know when
The
you know when
Bricky man,
Peckham
them was
youths is in the
stylish.
party. You know when like, I'm from Peckham, and the pride in man's heart of being from
And
Peckham.
what was you lot
could
wearing?
Never
Like, what-
let you lot try and convince me
Okay, what-
that we weren't running
what was you
shit,
lot- what was you
fashion
known
wise
for?
and shit.
Oh,
Not to say it's not to say it's even a fashion show, yeah, but to say that man them didn't have style. That's lies. We were,
No, you didn't have
That's
style
lies.
in comparison to us.
To who?
I just don't know, bro.
Toe Hill weren't even on the map.
Southwest.
Who was where was Toe Hill?
Yeah, of course.
Lambeth
I'm
weren't even on the map.
not even trying to shower for us. I'm
Peckham
saying-
did Peckham, Brixton, Lewisham, and the rest. Latch on where you can.
Bingo.
That was
so
it.
the people we latched onto.
And in Junction, I'll give Junction an honourable mention. But enough man didn't know about them. But Junction boys, they were. You get me? They were up there.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
That's
kind of
facts.
true. That's kind of true.
That's facts.
Because it was a stage where
Toe Hill, that's Brixton, bro.
Stockwell,
Yeah.
Brixton, and
Oh,
Toe
get
Hill
me?
is kind of the same.
Kinda the same.
It's kind of the same.
Kind of the same.
Trying to get the same kind of
That's all
influences.
Brixton.
Streatham, Norby, Thorny, Croydon was
And
the
we
same.
used to go Brixton. I remember man used to go to the arcade after school. Rare. My brothers used to go Lillian Bailey's and that. We used to get me jump off the what was it, the 109 or whatever.
159.
We used to go Brixton and that. We did. Brixton was cool. We weren't really too venturing into the estates like that, but they had their connections. South London was different back in the days. It weren't like beef or where just because.
Yeah.
Our beef was with ghetto, and not even our
very
beef.
territorial,
You inherited
so-
a beef with ghetto, even just because you're from Peckham.
From there, yeah.
We didn't have beef. I wasn't a Peckham boy. I didn't have beef with ghetto, man. But still,
You're there.
they tried to run me out the Lewisham Centre.
You're there.
They didn't give a fuck. I'm
You know
Spanish
where
from
you
Peckham. They didn't give
You know
a
where you
fuck.
live.
They didn't give a fuck, bruv. But did you used to go Peckham? Did you just like... Nah.
I didn't really have no need to go on there.
No,
bro.
I just-
Smart guys, smart guys.
First time I went Peckham, I was with him, and we was in Queen's Park Road, and I was looking around all nervous and that, and he said, "Don't worry, you're with Big Bro."
Yeah, 'cause
You
that-
hear
no.
me? Cause
Peckham-
it was just weird to me
Peckham-
being there. Felt
Peckham
weird
was calm,
to
man. Peckham is calm.
I used
at
to
the
work
end of the
there
day.
for, but I used to be
Peckham's calm, man.
Peckham Park Youth
Get me?
Project in the church in Yellow Block. I didn't even know where I was.
Yeah.
And then
calm.
I'll be with the little youths and be like, oh, you know that's so and so, you know that's little son. I was like,
And you know what's mad? That's because you're
calm,
not
man.
from.
See, man's school had a good split.
See
of
the thing about
youths and
Peckham.
the
Peckham's
Brookie
different,
still.
right? I feel like if you had a good heart and clean intention or whatever, you just go about your business.
Yeah.
You just go to Peckham and it's no problem.
Yeah, Brixton wasn't like that.
Brixton weren't like that.
nah, I
Brixton
agree.
was bad
I agree.
man.
Yeah, I agree.
Brixton
Bad
was
man.
like-
Man just on you for no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, I agree.
That was
bad
Brixton
man.
still.
Like,
Yeah, I
kind of
agree.
bullying thing and
Yeah,
that
I agree.
for no
I
reason.
That was
agree.
Brixton.
Let
Yeah, I
me,
agree with
actually, but let me give you a because it's
Could bear my come back like this.
No,
No,
I
but
agree.
think about it though, yeah. So you see, like when you're there was a time when Brixton, more say, had more popularity than Peckham.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? In
I
terms
think
of-
it's always been more popular. We always just been the underdogs.
yeah. So bingo.
We're like
No, but I'm
we're
gonna-
like the bad guys. The
no,
real
but
bad
I'm
guys.
gonna give.
Peckham.
Wait, hold on. But let me.
You know, it's true.
So, but this is what I'm saying.
Brixton's
Though.
popular,
No,
like
but
the
cool. So
heroes.
you see that whole Brixton stuff would happen to you if you got it. Brixton was more snaky
Very much.
than Peckham.
Very much.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think all areas have their
Attributes, kind of.
it's like a process. So it's like you're an underdog, then you're
Yeah.
those guys, then it starts to destroy and you have in beef, like in-house warring and it
Even
segregates.
to now, Brixton just represents so much to us as South Londoners. It means something. It means something. Even if I'm not from Brixton, I got pride in Brixton. And
It's like being
stuff
from
that.
Brooklyn.
Do you know what I mean? Like you get me?
But it's
That's
changing
real.
now. So you see, like
Yeah.
now Peckham now, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you lot have had your popular moment. You're still kind of in it.
I don't think we've ever been popular.
No, but after gigs and
Yeah, we
Quang and all
weren't-
these people.
we
No,
weren't
but the
popular,
industry
though.
respects you.
Fuck that. Fuck the music
No,
side
but
as
I'm just
well.
giving you because now because remember
Yeah.
when it was Brixton I was young, so I'm just experiencing it. But now it's Peckham, I'm older and I'm watching it as a mature
Yeah.
person. Peckham was one thing when I was growing up. Was it PB, YPB, YYPB? You know what I'm saying? You was all kind of. I'm giving you an
Nah, it
outside.
was- yeah,
but
yeah,
let me give you
yeah.
an outside
It was-
looking in perspective
Yeah.
because when you look, because to us we're separate to you. So when we turn up, you're all Peckham boys because. Cool, we're all one here. When
tell
them
you-
men go,
Yeah, yeah.
we have our separate
I think
things.
I don't know. I'm from an era where we'd be rolling with a youth from Brixton, a youth from we're rare. We'd know ghetto youths. We know, like, you know what I mean. Shout out Bugsy and them man there. We'd go raving up here and we're rare because we weren't involved in the stupidness that the other man. Not to disrespect, but that other like because you're from there, rare. We weren't involved. Like get me. Like me personally, I was outside. I wasn't a Peckham youth.
Okay,
Get
so,
me?
so let me. The Peckham youth,
Yeah.
the way
So we could go everywhere and
outside,
do
looking
things.
in. It was a thing where you're all one. Because I don't know the nuances
Yeah,
of this
yeah,
man's
yeah,
from
yeah,
Camberwell.
yeah.
This is the,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
far. I don't know that. That's I got my own.
That's
You get
like
what I mean?
We just travelled everywhere.
So
Whenever.
when-
But even
now
up
I'm
to you lot's
noticing
names
that,
as well,
hold
bro.
on. Like, see now, yeah, you lot are.
See what I mean?
I think you're more segregated now. So now there's way more little cliques within Peckham.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
But before, it wasn't like that.
But
It
neither was Brixton.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
That's what. That's just.
But that's the process,
everywhere.
though. You get your moment to shine, and then the other fix. Oh, them man are shining, but then it starts to separate.
Oh, okay,
And then
I
there's
see,
cliques.
I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Like all around London, man. Like, you know, people lack unity, and obviously, to be honest, the lifestyles that's linking man together is a treacherous, poisonous one. It's not even
I
positive.
feel like London itself is poisonous.
But
man.
definitely, that unity man didn't realize they had from day one. It used to be about like the crew or the gang, and then it went to what? Squads and batches and that. Do you know like that?
No, but think
Do you know what I'm
about-
trying to say? Like
No, but
just your little smaller circle of man. And we saw that in Peckham. We saw that everywhere. Just keep happening because it's like man, them ain't got loyalty. Man, them ain't got morals. Man. And the lifestyle that man's living, this one dies, that one goes jail, this one goes mad, this one smokes food. Like it's never gonna stay together for long. It's like young school friends and school circles. Sometimes people have to fall off. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
It happens normal.
And the segregation in the communities is something that we see everywhere because I think society's pushing for us all to be individuals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better for us.
It's rarer.
They've killed the thing of
that socialising and that.
teamwork thing.
I wasn't really a huge club kind of fan, but I see that even losing the club is
that
kind
kind
of
of links
bad.
back into the whole black community thing then, the whole black pound stuff and
I don't
black
think
owned stuff.
yeah.
It's kind of linking back. If they're pushing us out, we can't unite. Definitely through money. We definitely can't unite through money.
I mean,
Definitely not.
Yeah, black unity.
It's finished. It's
No,
finished.
it's not finished. But
So
it's like
who's gonna make a stand? Who's gonna take the forefront of it?
the forefront of what exactly? What precisely?
Of
though?
leading, like you said, we was talking about from earlier, from the black pound, the black owned, to
I
be
just
as a
think
unity.
I just think I'm anti-leader, innit? So I'm not really here to push anything about, in the end we're going to say, vote for Maverick because he's the guy that can bring it all together. I don't believe in all that. I think that we need to come away from that, empower ourselves, look in the mirror and understand that each one of us can be a change. If it's just adapting your behaviour and changing and forming habits that like, you know, like a positive towards that kind of step. Yeah. That's as much as you can do. Just form your habits, encourage others, be involved in things that you think lead you in that direction. For instance, I would just say, I'm not Pan-African, I'm not pushing pro-black, I'm pro-truth. But what I would say is, in being able to see the truth, I can see the truth that those that identify as black need some kind of cohesiveness. They need to reprogram their brain into spending with each other and supporting each other in business.
Wait,
and
those
other
that
endeavors.
identify as black or those who are black?
Those that identify as black.
Don't that sound a bit
Those that
mental.
feel like they fall on because I'm not gonna force it on people that say I'm not black. So if I say those are black, but then you'll say like it's like those that fall under the category, right?
Can a Caucasian person identify as black?
No,
Why?
because they're Caucasian.
So why?
What do you mean?
So what is there like a percentage of melanin? You
I don't know
must
about
have?
this transracial thing that people are trying to do now.
But that's what I'm saying. But
You get
that's
me?
why when you
Like-
use the word identify, it brings.
Yeah, no, but I said
but
I mean those that feel like, you know what, when we're talking, if that's black owned, do you know what? Or this is for black people.
Yeah, but
you know
white
what?
person can still feel that way though.
If
A
they
white
don't,
person
then
can still feel that.
then
Look at
A white
name?
person can feel that way.
What's his name?
A white person can still feel that way, bro.
Okay, if a white person feels like they're black and they want to invest into black business opportunities or whatever, buy black products or buy things that they think are black products, then I would never distract them
let's say
from
you got
that.
a shop that's owned by white people.
If you want to buy, if he wants to invest in do-rags or whatever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something else black, he can.
Okay, so a white person that owns
Jerk
that
seasoning,
says a
whatever,
black
he
owned,
can.
the shop is black owned. Are you still supporting that? It's
A white person?
let's say a Caribbean shop, for example. We keep using that as an example.
Yeah.
White people own the Caribbean shop, but they say it's black owned.
Like Turtle Bay and that, I don't eat from them places. Like I don't eat from the Chinese shop. I don't eat from the Indian man trying to do Chinese food, or like, you know, when you see them little bookie ones. I'm not really into that. I'm
Neither
more
do I.
into authenticity.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm more into
A chef's a chef,
authenticity.
no?
A chef's a chef, but I prefer authenticity. Like, and there's certain ways.
What kind of program then? We're programmed to a certain extent.
Not necessarily.
I feel
Just-
like,
You wouldn't go in a Chinese shop owned by Indian man.
yeah.
I mean, no. I prefer to go to a Chinese shop owned by a Chinese man.
So we're
But
programmed.
what if
That's
you
not
tasted
program.
both dishes on a blind thing and the Indian man cooked it better?
No, that's cool.
Would you go there? Would you keep going there?
That's cool, but like I feel like, especially as a Chinese person, do you know what I mean? Like, we should. Let's ask chicks. What would you rather do?
Racist.
Why is it always racist, cuz? Would you rather go to a Chinese person's shop that sells Chinese or an Indian person's shop that sells Chinese?
Whatever's better.
This why I fuck with things.
Yeah, no, okay, cool. But when it comes to black people, yeah, you
This is
can
what
go.
I'm saying. We're programmed.
No. When it goes to black people, yeah, you can go for whatever's better. But if the difference ain't that deep, or you can help that person improve their thing, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna fuck with you. You get me?
What, as in
Like,
the
for
Chinese on
instance,
Chinese or Indian on Chinese?
We all, you live round the corner. You sell weed. Kid's my brethren, and he lives a couple roads down. He sells weed. Your weed is a little bit better than kids. Kid's my boy. I roll with him all the time. I'm just gonna get a draw from Kid. Get me?
Yeah, that's normal.
I'm not doing that. I'm getting whichever weed's better, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna
Fuck
get
the support system. I don't go
You
toss.
get me?
A lot of
That's
people
I
like
don't
that.
care.
No. If that's my boy,
You're not gonna go there.
I don't care, bro.
whatever, innit? Like,
Okay.
I may be prepared to sacrifice a little bit of quality
Nah,
just
I'm
to
not
show
doing
some
that.
loyalty.
No.
Yeah, I may be like, especially if I feel like it's a noble effort, or it's Like this is my sense. This is my sense of now assisting. That's what I'm like. I will go the extra mile for my brothers and sisters. Like I will. If just you only need a half decent product, bro, and I'm gonna try fuck with you. It might not be the best. Oh, you're doing clothing. No, it ain't the best. It's the Nike thing, whatever. But I'm gonna fuck with you. You get me? Oh, you like you know what? Oh, what I could buy. You're doing fruit punch, or I could go and buy a Calypso from the shop. I'm gonna fuck with you. Oh, it's a little bit more expensive. Cool. All right. Do you know what I mean?
If it's nice, it's nice. If it's not, I'm not fucking buying it, bro. I don't care. I don't care who's got it.
If it's shit, it's shit.
But I'm not supporting it.
Shit's different. Then I'm not saying shit. If it's shit,
I'm not supporting it, bro. I don't care if it's my brethren. I don't care if it's black.
Don't support anything that's shit. Let's promote quality. But if your brethren's got,
like it, you don't.
If your brethren's got something, it might not be like top shelf, but I would feel like it's like a girl, or like a girl when she sees a guy, he might not be at that top level, but you know a fixer upper. You know someone you can believe in and maybe help and assist, and they're just starting. You got to give them that little bit. Us as black people, we're kind of scornful.
On that same subject,
I'm not fucking with you.
I see a reel that popped up about. So don't shoot me down. 'Cause I might not know the words correctly, but they say white women, they don't want the end product of the black man. They will build him up. So they will start from the ground.
Dr. Umar said it.
Yeah, if he's got a vision for
And
something,
said,
if he's got a vision that wants to get somewhere, the white woman would invest in him, and whereas the black woman wants the end product. The black woman ain't seeing the man saying, "Yo, let me get a $5,000 loan, babe, from your wages," and building up. They're saying the black woman wants the end product.
$5,000 loan from your wages.
Oh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, man?
The old kids coming out.
You know what I mean?
I double it up. Yeah,
Sorry,
It's white women.
They're saying,
Don't give me the $5,000.
I give you $6 back.
But do you agree in that sentiment? Do you agree?
But I have to owe you the $2. Like,
wait, the women I fucked with were in the middle, so I'm guessing maybe they got element of both in there. Maybe that's why, bro.
I would say that if a woman loves you, what do you think, Chings? Because I'm chatting away. What do you think?
You know what? You know what's mad though? Because this is what, and this is a big underlier of the thing. Yeah, you see that whole if you identify as black, I think this ties into it because you see the whole. Maybe not in this room, but there's a disdain for interracial relationships, especially in terms of black and white. Do you get what I mean? And obviously, because I'm fortunate enough to be viewed as by black people, because black people are the most welcoming and
you're a humble guest.
You get what I'm saying? I'm a humble guest and I'm privileged. So I'm privy to certain conversations that people
You're not a guest though.
No, but
it's your house just as much as our house.
No, I hear you, but factually speaking,
welcome.
I'm not 100% black man.
Mikasa Sukasa.
No, but and it's little discussions like that that let me know that at my core.
South's at the door. Should we let him in? No, man's pulled up the ladder. Let me know. That's what I say.
Go on, you're privy to certain things because of black and white household.
You get to hear the black attitudes.
So like, I hear certain discussions, and I'm like, that's racist. Do you get what I mean? But you wouldn't let certain people outside of this hear that, and I think that's the thing that lets me know that to a degree I might not have the same mindset or thingy as black people entirely, because there'll be black women condemning black men for being with white women in front of me. When if that stuff didn't happen, I wouldn't exist.
And the thing is, though, do you
get what I mean? And that's what lets me know.
On another angle, not to just be selfish or just to think about yourself. There are many. There's many things you need to consider when you have an interracial relationship, and those black women may be highlighting certain truths, regardless of whether you've come from it. Sometimes I feel like even a mixed race person can say, do you know what? Me, ideally, I don't think that the mixed race thing is the right thing in our society for this reason, that reason. It doesn't necessarily make them racist. They might just be observing certain things socially. Like there's a lot of challenges, and like, we know some of you are a bit, you get me, suffering from the challenges of being from a mixed thing. And some people may be able to point out, okay, well, this is why I don't think, I think that, this is what it does to culture, or this is what it does to society, rare. They're not necessarily racist. Do you know what I mean? It's just they got a view of mixing. I personally don't think a white person that thinks white people should just stay with white people and preserve whiteness is... I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with a black person if they have that view. If they look down on mixing. Because I think mixing is promoted too much. I think mixing is the thing that they want us to do for some strange
What do
reason.
you think the point of that is?
I think to make cultural homogenization, make us
homogenized means harmony.
to make us all the same.
And that's
good
not-
thing.
that's not
no,
a
because what
positive
happens
thing.
is elements of our culture become lost, and certain principles of
Why
our
do
culture,
they, though?
become lost, and then it becomes a melting pot. And a cultural melting pot means that people lose some of their moral foundation and whatever. And before you know it, we're doing stuff that we weren't doing as a people because we're more mixing. And plus, cultural heritage and pride and individuality is a blessing from the Most High. Yeah. Why? Because it's a blessing that you're from the Maasai tribe and you lot do this and you hunt this way.
Because you mix don't mean you're
No,
not
but
no
it does
more.
become lost.
Why?
Because it does.
My dad took
Culture
me Nation
becomes
Islam
lost, bruv.
As beige as I am.
Yeah, but that's not
I
even-
watch Roots. I know.
That's
I
not
know-
even cultural though.
No, but I know more stuff.
That's religious.
That's not even cultural
No,
though.
but it was the black element of it which my dad made him get into that. Like, do you know
Okay,
what I mean?
you know what
Because
we need-
it's up to what you teach your kids.
As a mixed race person, you need to be wary that because you see.
Why do I need to be wary?
Okay, you need to understand that maybe because you're able to witness different sides of the spectrum, you may not fully understand the extreme angles of both spectrum. Like the full.
necessarily, though.
No, because you got a mix of both worlds doesn't mean you may fully understand the. You just could lose elements. For you, it might be personal, right? For you, it might just be
because
like, I'm mixed race, innit? Yeah. But so you might not see that cultures mixing can lead to some cultures losing some of their identity and some of their principles because you're in the
not
mix.
going to see that maybe a black person
We'll
could
see
look at you and see that means that the black heritage is dying out if it continues. Am I safe to?
Yeah. Because obviously, if you choose a white partner and you have a white child, you have a child, that child will be beige. And if it continues, that's cool. We're all family.
I
We're
think that
rare.
this is racism.
No, if
Packaged
you.
very nicely.
Huh?
I think that this is racism
No,
packaged very nicely.
no, this is not racism.
No, I
this is a
think
fact.
You're explaining it mad scientifically, but like
No,
because
let's
the
deal
whole
with.
thing- you see when you said
We
that
still got to
whole-
deal with facts,
No,
though,
but
bro.
hold on, the whole thing
If you've
where you
come
said-
from a tribe
hold
of the
on, but-
Maasai, which you're 6 foot
No,
tall,
I'm not even
no, but just
getting that
hear me
deep
out.
into it.
If we just keep doing the cultural mixing thing, and it's all fine and it's cool,
diluting to an end,
things, and it is nice to have cultural. What's the word? Integrity. Racial, not even racial,
the
but
stage where I'm at, where it's racist, ain't even that deep into
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
like you see, like when you said you don't have no malice towards a white man, he wants to preserve his family and keep
Yeah, yeah,
white.
yeah.
That's where the racism thing I think kicks in, because it's okay. A black person can want their people to be that. A white person, an Indian, you can all do that. But once that pressure of what you want for yourself, you start to put it on your kids now. So now, if you're white and your kid loves a black person, and instead of appreciating their love and want to make it negative and treat them differently and still having that, like, now you're imposing your own personal win on other people. Now other people can't live their life and make their own decisions based upon your racial preferences.
I think
that's where I think it.
I think
Because I think the mixing
we
ends
do that. We
racism.
do that all the time.
And I think that's the racist.
No, we do that. No, we do that with everything, not just race. We do that with
keep it to
hold
race,
on.
though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we do race. We do it with religion. We do it with area. We do it with tribes. We do it with lifestyles. We do it with class. Like, a lot of people encourage.
Does that mean it's right though?
Yeah, it can be. It can.
So now what
it can
you
be
want,
because
you can impose it on another
It's not
person.
about imposing.
It is though,
It's not.
bro.
It's about encouraging a culture of I want my Indian child to be with an Indian family who are Sikh and for them are rare and that's what I want for them.
No, but- and that's
I want
fine.
to preserve that.
But
Yeah,
if they
like-
don't want that now,
No, that's fine.
But then you can't have a malice towards them or treat the
But
kids
you can
any different.
No,
that's
no.
that's.
But in
Yeah,
raising
no,
your,
that's different.
but in
You know what
raising
I
your
mean?
child, in
But
raising
you
in-
don't care too
but in
much for
raising your,
dilution, innit?
but wait, listen, in raising your child, you reserve the right to encourage your child to pick from your culture, from your heritage. That's your right, and I encourage that because I don't think everyone should just jump into the mixing pot. I feel like some people should. I'm enjoying that because when you lose that, this is like the new world order. When we lose that now, I'm telling you, as it goes, people are losing aspects of ancient cultures and their cultures. We're jumping to this melting pot where, oh, yeah, my dad's half this and my rare, but I've not really rare, or but and I don't really know that, but I do know this and I'm mainly this, and before you know it, granddad who was Chinese is him and his lineage and whatever
Lost.
is like lost and forgotten.
Lost culture.
And you don't think you're Jamaican or you don't think you're English or you.
Without the
Like, that's
rest.
an example,
Yeah, I get
or
that
vice
still.
versa. So I understand as a great grandfather wanting my Maasai, wanting to hope that I've still got Maasai grandkids or great grandkids that are still practicing the shit, still speaking the language, still do the customs. That'd be nice. Preservation of culture and identity is a great thing. I feel like also wanting to mix and learn with each other is the way of humans. They're both great things, but let's not only say that one is good because we're part of that.
I agree.
Get me? I could be in
both of you, but
I
at
could
the
be in
same
an
time-
interracial relationship.
Yeah.
And then just campaign for like, interracial is great just because I'm doing it. Yeah, it can be great for me. It can work for individuals,
like do
but
you
also
want,
keeping
bro.
to your
Do
own
you want.
shit, preserving that is also a beautiful thing and
do
should
you
be
want,
celebrated.
man.
And people
Do
should
you
be
want.
demonized for taking pride in their heritage and wanting to sustain that and having a hope that their children are into that too. I don't think there's nothing
I
wrong
get
with
What
that.
imposing now and treating
Yeah,
people
impose is
differently?
bad,
That's
man.
what I think is where the race. Because now this is just whatever is mixing in with your mix. It seems like you have a genuine disdain for them. It's not about me preserving my cultures, but it's about I hate these people and I don't want these people being.
Well,
involved in what I'm going on.
we got to be fair as well. Black people have a good reason to be dubious and to have apprehension when it comes to mixing and integrating with the European, who for centuries have been seen as an antagonist and an enemy to them. So even if you're dealing on a political level or just like historical level, black people have a reason to feel away. Like not saying they have to or they should or whatever, but they've got. It's not out of thin air why they're distrusting all these different people. Like there's been a lot to be proven that these people don't fuck with you. So like there's different levels and different factors involved. You know what I mean? Big up the white folks that are good folks and rare, but I can't look down on a black brother who feels like mixing ain't good, because I know there's 8 Indians that think mixing ain't good, white people that think mixing ain't good,
I've heard people
Jewish people that won't mix,
I've heard people
treating
Iranian people that won't mix.
Yeah, but there's enough people of each culture that are still keeping that going. So I think treating people or looking down on people or having an attitude towards people who mix is fucked up, because there's enough of you still keeping those things going.
We're part of the
just
agenda.
Because, just
We're part
because
of
you
the
mix,
agenda.
it don't mean that you forget all of your heritage
Being
and where
part-
you came from. And on like my dad as a beige person was very prominent in my life in teaching me things about.
Okay, now stick a pin in that, yeah. You know that your parents are rare, you know your heritage, you know your upbringing, you know how you feel, right? You know you're rare. Then let's spread it across the board, right? And when we look at other examples, there's going to be far less chinkses who went to this and that and were taught this and rare than not. A lot of the time, if you be honest, the heritage of, like, let's say the black or melanated father may become lost. If I'm Nigerian,
Impossible, man.
it may become lost when people mix. They don't necessarily get the same. It's the truth.
But majority of mixed people identify as black. They don't identify as white. Majority speak.
Yeah, it's not about. But you're just black.
Yeah,
You're
but
just black.
But the black one is championed.
Yeah,
and one is
no
shunned.
one in the house speaks Igbo now. Rare. You know you got a funny middle name or something, and then the next set, now your kid's called Nevea Sunshine, rare, and because you don't get on with red, the name's now Green instead of Tukumbo or whatever, or Odimyei or whatever. And what I'm saying is, eventually, heritage gets lost. It does.
Yeah, but I think that's
you just become a mixed race.
That's conflating the
Just
two,
relaxing
though.
you. But you know enough of them, so
that's conflating
so you
the
know
two,
that
because
this is a reality. I'm not saying it don't. I'm not saying that you're not right, Chinks. But what I'm saying is, don't just only stand in your own perspective. Be real and say you know enough youths who were born to white mums who they don't have the culture, the link of the culture to where they come from is done.
I know more that do.
You know more that do.
I know more mixed people that do the over black thing. Overdo it.
No, I know that as well. I ain't gonna lie that.
And you know what
I know.
thing is?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think it's the
still.
conflating. Just because I think what you're saying is correct, but I think it's not diluted because of the mixtures. It's diluted because the man or the melanated person in that particular relationship focus or they're not as clued up as you as wanting to pass on their traditions.
I can agree with that.
What about the dad?
get
though?
what I
What
mean?
about the dad? The
I
dad could have
agree
played a
with
part.
that.
Some of that as well.
The dad could have played a part.
Yeah.
Because you see, like for in my example,
The mother's the teacher.
I'm Moroccan.
Very true.
I'm Moroccan
No, I
by-
disagree.
I'm Moroccan by blood. Everything else I don't know. Dad, mental, family, not close with. So the Moroccan in my lineage or lineage, however you say it,
Lineage, yeah.
is on its way to extinct. Now, if there's
Do you care though?
until this conversation, I don't even think I've thought about it too much. Like sometimes I get comments and that, and I'm like, oh yeah, but
Sorry to
You
cut
get
you.
me?
There must be stuff of Morocco, you know, just out of your own curiosity. You've never.
I've been there. You get me? I can
But there's
tell
certain-
you
it
places
sounds
about,
bad stereotypes
I can't
and
tell
stuff.
You I can't tell you.
He's
their-
culturally,
their-
he's
their
he's
food.
culturally,
I can't big up their food or what their main or no. I got. to
he's
think
culturally
about it.
removed from his heritage, and a lot of us can identify with that. And I'm just saying that this is one of the symptoms or byproducts of interracial relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, not always, not exclusively, but it's a big thing. It is a big thing,
I'm heavy on my Portuguese side.
right?
So one's got to go almost, and one's got to. But then that's also the influence of mummy. Mummy's Portuguese.
And that happens a lot.
You know what I'm saying? And that,
You
yeah,
get me?
it happens.
My dad's Nigerian, my mum's Jamaican. I don't really know my dad's side, or I don't really chat to my dad's side.
Yeah.
Whatever your dad is, my dad's Jamaican, or my dad's this, or my dad's. I don't really chat to fuck my dad's side.
Right,
Yeah,
so
but
I-
Even, you get me? And that's even within ourselves. When a Nigerian and a Bayesian or a Bayesian and a St. Lucian, all of a sudden one side gets shunned. That happens a lot.
You're not allowed to kind of be both.
But that
But
can
what,
be an
but what if
issue.
you
You
like, for
almost
example,
have to pick a side.
my woman,
Yeah.
my woman's
You know what I'm
woman's
saying? You kind of have to pick
My partner's
which I
mixed.
think is the issue.
My partner's
It is
mixed.
an
Yeah?
issue.
My partner's mixed. Her mum's white, her dad's black. My
Yeah.
missus will tell you she's black.
Yeah, so now
Yeah,
the white
yeah,
side.
yeah.
But,
so now,
but then the one with Chinks
And-
is
You know
mixed.
what?
He will say Chinks will say he's mixed.
It's yeah,
you know what,
I hear that though,
Chinks?
still.
You know you said bare mixed race people say they're black. That's part of the problem.
Do you know why that problem is?
No,
though?
wait, though. But that is actually part of the problem because as a white man, I see that as a problem.
But who do you blame?
No, it don't matter though.
It's the
because
white man's mindset, though.
No, as a white man, I'm thinking, hold on. My people have children with their people, and then they're no longer our people. They're not even saying they're mixed. They're black now.
But do
So
you know
for
why
me,
that
as
is
a white
though?
person looking at white heritage and white culture and white people, like that might be a bit of an
But that's
issue.
why they probably hate blacks more.
No, but
Probably
think
hate-
about whoa, that's crazy.
fact,
But
though.
think about it though. But that's because this whole we're prominent. We want to keep our culture going and don't ever forget what's happened and what they did and stuff like that. That's why the people who are mixed, I've got to pick a side here. And have you ever seen like a rabbit that grows up around dogs and is removed from its rabbit parent and it starts to run like a dog? Like so, what is fed into you, pause, when you're growing is mad. It shapes your whole mindset.
I feel like Chinks is the only mixed race person I know that says he's mixed race.
Nah,
I don't know one
No,
person.
but a lot of
There's
people
more.
do.
I don't know.
But
I don't know anyone.
I think more of them. I think more are now accepting the fact that either through feeling
they're scared.
either through feeling rejected from one side or the other, or both sides. But they're now accepting the fact that, you know what, my thing's a whole lane. Even through awakening, it's not through being rejected. Through awakening and analysis, like Chinks has done, it's like, you know what, I'm both white and black. I'm both Chinese and
So my
Indian. I'm
thing's
both.
man thing.
So
Yeah.
I am.
And I think that's the. It sounds mad obnoxious, but I feel like I think mixing of the cultures is the cure for racism. Of course, some people must be steeped in what they are and stay together to keep the lineage going and stuff. But I think like it's so you know the Germans and the Jews. You ever met someone who's half German?
Do you like
half Jewish?
Dobermans?
I'm not really a dog man.
Do you like Dobermans?
Half Rockwell, half Alsatian. They're gonna say,
Do you like Dobermans? Do you like pit bulls?
yeah.
Do you like pit bulls? Do you like what other dogs you look like?
The Malinois,
Malinois.
I'm not really a.
Huh?
the
Wolf hybrid.
So
Okay,
I
cool.
fuck with those.
I fuck with these different breeds of dogs. I would like to own that and own that rare. I wouldn't like to see a day where most of them are just mixed and there's no more like what a pit looks like or no more rare. It's just a mixed dog. Like, we got different breeds with different characteristics that are beautiful and like should be celebrated and in a way preserved, like we do with wildlife, right? We want to keep and conserve these beautiful breeds, yeah? And like, yeah, there's some mixing going on there and rare. Some people even creating new breeds. But trust me, pedigrees, What, like, you know what? This is the shape, this is the size, this is how they are, this is rare. That's a lovely thing too. And I'm just saying that the New World Order wants us to throw it all in a melting pot, make everyone beige.
Why is it New World Order though?
It's part of their
because
their
we've always been mixing. We've always been intermixing, interbreeding. Now it's an agenda. Now it's thrown in your face. Like for instance, you know when you watch something and all of a sudden there's someone of what this gender, that there's a, you get me, a transformer on there for no reason in the advert, for no reason in the soap opera, for no reason in the film. So it lets you know, rah, they're proper trying to push this on the people, right? They're trying to push this, even though we know, rah, there's more representation in the media than actually on road next. You get me? Before you know it, you see it more around you, right? Yeah. That's the same with like mixed race families. They're pushing it. You might enjoy it. You might even be part of a mixed race family or mixed race, but you have to see that there's an agenda. If you're not, then you're just being selfish and it's not just that they're trying to represent you. They're trying to over-represent it, and they usually do this for a reason because they're trying to. It's called social engineering.
Yeah.
So
we was talking.
We love to mix in that, but there are elements of it that I think they're deliberately trying to create certain scenarios. So if some people want to kind of teach their kids to whatever, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I've got friends that I've grown up with, and I know that they're not really looking a black gal, and I don't feel away. They want an Indian gal. My brother's Indian. He's got black mates, rare, and lo and behold, when he gets married, he's Indian.
What kind is your friend you're talking about?
I'm just saying, I've got an Indian friend.
Oh, okay.
You get me? And he grew with us, and we've all been brethren, and rare. We go to each other's birthdays and parties, and rare. And he's married to an Indian woman. You get me? And he has Indian kids.
But you're not seeing nothing wrong with it that he wants to stay with his own.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Or branch out. You don't care. Of course you don't care what he does.
No, but what I'm saying is a lot of these cultures, even though they do rare, they still marry within themselves. They embrace every other culture. Don't mean you have to breed with them.
So I think it's a fact. It's a fact for balance.
You don't have to.
Anything else.
And I think a lot of it is now people are being encouraged to, and we're not maybe looking at the reasonings because we're selfish. We enjoy it. I enjoy. I think women from different places are attractive. Amazing. Do you know what I mean? Me personally.
You're gonna give some specifics like.
No, I'm just like we just love women. If she looks nice, don't matter where she's from. Yeah. She's a beautiful woman. I appreciate that. Like, you get me? There's only women from certain regions. Me and Chinks nearly went into that before, where I feel like I'm not sure I like them women in that little area there. Well, I don't know where it was. It was like
some Europe,
whatever. Some places where the women don't look that great.
I wasn't involved.
Oh,
yeah, one of the stands. Yeah,
right. Yeah, there's like for me.
So you know what's mad?
For me, is it like I looked and we didn't see nothing
over there.
You like trying to fucking. This is dirty.
That's why I just get quiet. I was like,
man said the stands, you know.
So you see, like when you see, maybe it's because I'm mixed. I'm looking for my privilege. Someone who's half German and half Jewish. That's a miracle to me.
No, because the they're not even going there.
Do you get what I mean, though?
They're the same people.
In terms of the history that was written in the war.
They're the same people.
No, let's not do that stuff where we're going.
No. It's like when Moses was in Egypt. Yeah, he was a Jew, right? He was Jewish. Yeah, he was an Israelite. Yeah, and he was in Egypt and he was raised with the Pharaoh in the Pharaoh's house and that. Yeah, and no one knew that he was, because they looked that similar. Same way as, you know, Europeans, Polish, Germans were a lot of them have a similar thing, and you know they even say Hitler's mum was Jewish.
I'm not disagreeing with none of those.
No, they say Hitler's father was Jewish.
Alright, so cool. But I don't know all that stuff, and there's a lot of people in the world that haven't gone into that depth. They're only living off what they've been told by the people who won the war. So there's this whole history of the Germans gassing the Jews, and for the people who believe that story, who are not as informed as you, they live their life off a thing where I know Jews to this day who live near my mum in Stafford Hill, they'll never buy a German car. There's certain lines they do not cross because there's something written in history and it's the lines you don't cross in it. So I'm privy to that, of those people who have that mindset of what they've been told by history, and they view it that way. So these two cultures don't mix. So when I see someone who's half Jewish and half German, I think that's a fucking miracle, because I feel like that's a step in the direction of mending bridges. Do you get what I mean? Because I feel like it's the mixture of people that end the racism. So the white guy who's racist towards black people, his daughter.
What usually happens is that mix. That, for instance, in the black circumstances, when they come and they
I'm
mix
gonna
with
forget
us.
all my points if you keep cutting
Oh,
me
sorry,
off.
sorry. I thought you was done. I thought you was done. Sorry,
Go
sorry.
on, go on.
No, I was gonna say when it comes to the black mix, they end up in their own little subcategory, and it's called the buffer system. So either they get treated better than the darks because they're the mixed ones. They're the ones closest to the top status. This is how white supremacy works. And before you know it, it's all about breeding out your blackness to get success and to become better. And then people start telling people, don't bring back no one that's darker than you, and rare, because you want, like, this is how the caste system is. And before you know it, light, so white is the top, then mixed race, then the black. That's what happens a lot in society historically when these things mix. Like, you know, even if it happens in Asia, happens in it just.
You know what? Fuck it. Being mixed is bad. Everybody stay to your own. We're not gonna get no points in this room. Just stay to your own cultures.
I agree with that.
Fuck
though.
mixing.
I feel
basically.
like that will end racism. What Chinks is saying. There's no other solution to it, bro.
It's two sides to the coin, though.
But Chinks is mixed race.
racism.
Chinks is mixed race, and it's not ended racism.
Let's say ended racism. It's gonna end something else as well, because it will end racism and cause dilution, but dilution to the point of non-existence, isn't it? Is what I'm saying.
I'd rather that than racism.
Mixed race, but mixing race does not end racism, though. Because we've got mixed race.
But there's something to talk about. Now we've got something in
Yeah, but
common.
there's still people who have your mindset of we don't mix and we're black and
That's
we're
not
proud and
my
we're standing
mindset.
what we're standing. But you just argued it for about how long?
No. See, I knew you weren't, because you're not listening to what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is, I support people that want to mix. I also understand and support people that don't want to mix.
Which one are you more for, though?
I'm for people having choice, and I'm not for people being demonized for not wanting to mix.
Yeah, that's my point then.
No. Demonized for not wanting to mix.
Oh.
Those, you get me? And I feel like that's what you're doing.
Demonized for mixing.
No.
So you're like
that's what I'm against.
You're like a 60-40 then.
No, it's not a 60-40 thing. It's just
70-30.
No.
I'm on a free will thing.
I'm-
You're
I'm-
allowed to fall in love with who you love and procreate with who you want to procreate with.
No one's-
and there's not some invisible race war going on where you have to choose your partner based on what you've been
No,
taught.
it's
That's what
not
I'm
a
against.
race war, but the system of the international system of white supremacy is definitely real, and I think that you stand in a privileged position to be able to say, it don't exist.
I hear what you're
Like,
saying.
it
I hear what
fucking
you're saying.
exists.
I hear
How
what
am I
you're
privileged though?
Because how else?
Because
do
I
you
get
to the
viewed,
point of
I get bracketed
because you're
as
both
a black
innit?
man.
Because
No,
you're both.
according to white people, I'm black.
Yeah, but what
'Cause of the
according
one
to you,
drop
you're
rule.
mixed. It's more about your
No, it's
own
not
identity.
according to me. It's a fact because of who my genetic makeup is
Exactly.
composed of.
So you know
But
what I
the
mean?
white man don't view it that way, so I don't get.
I don't know what every white man
I get
says.
grouped as IC3 when I get pulled by police. I get told by black people I'm a bit too dark.
But you've got your own. But you've got your own grouping in that system, in that grouping system. Even if one individual says you're IC3, you actually have a number which is IC4 or something.
But if the criminal, if the
You know what I mean?
if the suspect is
It'll be
IC3,
established though. From view
they're grabbing all. They're only a Caucasian person.
That's not necessarily.
Well, that's my experience growing up. I don't get
I can't tell you your
differentiated.
experience. I can't tell you your experience, but I know that I've been to many ID parades, and they never pull up chinks to stand next to me. And they know. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting the IC3s. You're in the IC4, and used to get paid more.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
so
You know when they used to come? Have you ever been in an ID parade?
Yeah.
And you know the people that come next to you. You know they get paid.
Yeah,
When they used to.
Yeah.
You know when they did the mixed race ID parade, they used to get paid more. They used to get paid. Ask anybody that's been to an ID
Not
parade.
not mentioning who the perpetrator is.
What do you mean?
So did they match the perpetrator's colour more or not?
No. What I'm saying is when they do an ID parade, there's no confusion on what's IC3 and what's IC4. You're saying that police will just grab you, and if they're looking for IC3, you're getting grabbed.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when they do an ID parade, if they're looking for somebody that looks like me, they're not putting you next to me, cuz, and saying which one was it.
Yeah,
They're
but-
not putting me next to you.
But does that mean that I didn't get arrested?
No, I can't take away that.
Do you know what
but
I mean?
I'm saying that's why I said, regardless of what they do on their paper, in their identification, they have something for you.
Now,
They've always had something for
not
you.
always.
That is fucking funny.
They've always had IC4. Like, get me, mixed race IC4 or black
No,
and
that
white
wasn't
other.
always there.
They've always had it, bro.
I'm telling you, IC3 was my bracket. That's what I always got put down.
Bro, they invented
growing
those
up.
codes. They invented
Of
those
late.
codes like
But you know, there's a brief.
probably 50, 60 years
Yeah,
ago.
now.
80 years ago, they probably invented those codes. The
80?
IC1, IC2, IC3.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? The same speakers corner man
Yeah,
used
that's
to go
not
to.
new.
The brother used to have the poster on the floor.
Yeah.
And it show man live what it is.
They
and-
got
I was
a-
IC3 for a long time.
yeah, but you see,
I ain't been arrested
you see what
since
I
I-
think.
just
You
a
see
new
what I
one.
think. A bit
not
of the
new
point
one,
is
it's
as
not new
well.
one.
Is you're an IC3, but they'll call you a mixed race IC3 in their own little world of brackets.
Mixed
innit?
race don't exist.
Is that what I'm saying?
What to them?
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
an IC
majority,
world.
of people I have discussions with, it don't exist. Black people.
Yeah, either you're black or you're not, and I feel
Yeah.
like this is another issue.
That takes
because
away from your choice.
This is another issue. They're rubbing out your heritage, and this is why a white man or European man might not like that. Because it's like, what do you mean? He's half white,
And
half
half
black,
black.
but now he's just black, and I think it's unrealistic. I get why people say, oh, well, you're going to be viewed as black anyway, but like, let's not rub out a person's whole family tree, like, or whole, like, because you want them to just be black. I don't rate all that shit. Like, I think it's just
And that's where it leads into the realm of where you're just anti-white anything. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, to the point where he's not even going to acknowledge it in a human being.
And that's what
Like,
I
you
don't
don't
like.
exist.
That's what
Yeah,
I don't.
me.
Because
You don't
that's
exist.
an undertone of racism. Like, and maybe because
I'm-
people want to do this systematic thing and they say black people can't be racist. Do you lot subscribe to that?
I understand what they mean. I just think that when we talk about prejudice, everyone can display prejudice. When they talking about racism, a lot of the time they angle it in a way where, well, when I say racism, I mean being in a position of power and being able to enforce it and change your life, right? And they feel like systematically that's not a black person's position in society, and I can understand that. And
Why?
Why? Because it's just there's truths to it. There's certain truths to it.
Alright,
Like,
so
do you know what I
then-
mean? In terms of the power that we hold in society
this is
and
what-
our ability, based on our prejudice, to influence the lives of others. It kind of varies in degree of ability. And at the top is white and maybe like Jewish, European, whatever.
In
And
terms
at
of-
the bottom is black in terms of our ability to influence.
Alright, so cool.
More Asian man could come at the shop because we ain't got as many shops. We ain't got as many. More Asian man can
that's a-
fire you
that's
up,
a
white man,
ownership.
because we're not bossing as much as others.
That's an ownership thing then. That's not a racist thing then, is it? Because it's nepotism. Everybody wants to. Everybody has the same attitude. What you
But
have.
then we go back to forgetting the reason why the social economic ladder is set the way it is. It's not just that we all woke up equal and black men just was at the bottom. It's not like we was all like on your marks, get set, go, and black man was just the slowest. No, we've been held back. We've been stepped on. People utilised us to get to where they are. So the system ain't fair in the first place. So when we're analysing race and where people fit in race and all these things, we got to remember that the foundation is not level.
So
and we can't ignore that. People want us to say, get over racism, get over slavery, or get over... But we're still...
To advance as a people, so cool. So basically, according to that scale, everybody can be racist except black people.
Like I said, I don't really agree with that
'Cause
whole
and this is
thing,
what-
but
this is what
I
annoys
do.
me,
I
yeah?
think we can all be prejudiced.
'Cause this is what annoys
and I
me,
think we
yeah,
can. I
because-
think we can all have prejudiced opinions, and we all have a level of racism. But when we just want to call it black and white, that's just racism. You don't like someone because of the color of their skin, cool, racism. That's all racism. Everyone
Treating
can
people
do that.
different due
Everyone
to the
can
colour
do
of their skin.
But then,
racism.
I
It
think
doesn't matter what colour you are, innit?
there's
Or am I
levels
bugging?
though.
No, it doesn't matter what colour.
There's levels.
So why is it levels when it comes to black people being racist? But then none of these other
They say
races.
we're
in that
at
section.
the bottom, innit?
Because of the history of it and the
hierarchy.
motivation. I still think that when you treat a different human being face to face differently based on the color of their skin to their disadvantage, yeah, I think that's wrong. Yeah, to their disadvantage. But if you hold certain views and that makes you act a certain way based on history, then I think that's just you going off what you've learned and we're rare. Then you have to realize that individuals, do you know what I mean, are individuals. So personally, I can look at the system of white supremacy separate from my white brethren.
Yeah, but then if you're so prominent of keeping that tradition going of
Do you know
what
what I mean?
you are, heritage-wise and stuff like that, that kind of takes away from your individualism then, no?
Say that one more time, brother.
So you see the whole individual thing, like you want the your what's it like, the Messiah tribe, and you want your history and all that stuff to be prominent in the message of who you are, and that kind of takes away from your individualism, no? Because what if you're just a black person? I just want to live my life today as how I want to live it, and not with all these pressures of stuff that came before me. You're not allowing someone to be
if you really
individual.
care about the history.
Yeah, I encourage you lot to, from wherever you're from, to have cultural pride. We spent half the show talking about South London, but we have a certain level of cultural pride.
And that's
Lambert,
nonsense, though. Look how much people have died over that
No,
nonsense.
no, because we're not doing it in a negative way. We're just talking about
But there's a negative side to it.
Yeah, but listen, but that's not what we're promoting. We're not
but you can't
promoting
have the
gun crime or postcode wars. We're talking about going to Kingsdale or Warwick Park. And you know what I mean? We're talking about going to school and experiences in the ends, right?
That provides territorialism.
You can't have one without the other.
No, but we're not
Yeah,
glamorizing the. Listen, hold on, 1 second. Do you think just because there's a Peckham Boys gang, you can't be proud to come from Peckham? And you think me being proud to come from Peckham is me bigging up black gang?
Yeah, but which do you think gets pushed out more?
Which do
you think gets pushed out more?
Talking about?
What do you think gets pushed out more?
But what we talking about?
Being a black gang member from Peckham or being someone that's done something positive from Peckham?
We like to highlight the negative. There's far less gang members than people that just come from the area and love the area. So they're not going to get to rule over me having pride in where I grew up.
But it's associated with it. It's associated with it. How do you disassociate yourself?
But Africa's associated with poverty and cannibalism. Doesn't mean that that's what's all going on.
Yeah, but that's what gets pushed out.
Jamaica's associated with this and that.
Like, think about when you know
you're not allowed to be proud to
people
be
post
Jamaican because there's
when people post stuff from
negative
Africa,
shit there.
when they post stuff, they'll be like, "Oh look, Africa actually is a beautiful place." Why do you have to say it actually is a beautiful place?
Because they have to re-educate their minds. They have to re-educate their minds and other people's minds. Like, but it's the fact that you had a perception and it weren't that. Just like people had a perception of, rah, I thought if I'd go to these ends, but you know what, man, them's cool. Or I thought if I go to, you know what I mean? It's nice. You've challenged yourself. You've seen different. Some of us always knew that Africa was a beautiful continent and had beauty in it, very rare. So you know what? I'm glad that you're utilising your time to show other people that it's not that. Because people thought it was mud huts.
Literally.
And there's nothing wrong with mud huts either. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of race and that, yeah, I think be proud of who you are, be proud of where you're from. If you don't want to rep it, or you just want to be an individual, I feel like you should be free to do that. However, I also think that one of the issues of multiculturalism and modern day society and integration is that often people start choosing the option to forget about their lineage, forget about where they're from. In Africa, in Ghana, we have a thing called Sankofa, which is a bird that looks back onto its tail. And these are old African traditions of don't forget where you come from, don't forget who you are, and actually bring back from the past lessons and things to use today. And that's why tradition and all of it are great, because when you stand in your tradition, you don't just get swayed by all the new shit that's coming in that's kind of poisonous to you as a people. Like, so even though you're a German Shepherd, you keep the name German, and you're born in Liverpool, you keep the name German Shepherd, you're not a Liverpool Shepherd. And we get more German Shepherds from the source, so that kind of stays that they're German Shepherds. You can bring a German Shepherd to Kenya, it's still a German Shepherd. And that's a beautiful thing, to preserve your shit wherever you are. You don't just have to amalgamate and become lost, because there's many people that have been wiped out and don't exist anymore, like the Tasmanians and so on and so forth. They're like a whole group of people that's not here anymore, and that can happen. People can end up extinct, you know, and it's happened in history. If you love your history, you love your past, you love your culture, then it might be something you want to preserve and actively keep. And then you watch your brother that's doing the opposite, and you want to give him a high five too, and pick up his kids and give them a kiss, and get me, and slightly give them a book about where they're from, because you know that's not really, give them a book and try and remind them, get me, and you might give a little smile when you see him grow up and he's picked a wife from the village, and it's like, go on son. Yeah, that's how we mix healthily, rather than just losing ourselves and jumping head first and then acting like nothing ain't going in. And another thing about mixing is it gets people to pretend that racism don't exist, because we have these buffer classes and we can't ignore it just because we may not be directly feeling it. I'm not gonna like quieten down someone else's fight against it because I'm. Do you know what I'm trying to say, fam? Does that make sense?
No, you're just racist to me.
Nah, man. Get me? Yeah. Nah, man. I could never be a racist anyway. I don't have it in my heart.
I don't know. A lot of the racism and stuff, majority of racism or people highlighting my race or mentioning my race or treating me based off of my race ain't come from white people. It's come from black people. And I hear a lot of comments that I hear black people say, and it's racist, and it's just like, cool. A lot of people might not
Give me
be.
one of the racist comments that you've heard.
I've heard, like, I've been introduced to a grandma before, and she's turned around to her black granddaughter and been like, "Oh, he's light. It's a good one." That to me registers as racist.
My uncle said you're a bit too dark to think you're gonna have an easy life. I'm just like, how are you implanting all this negativity in my? I'm silly enough to live the world through my perception of we're all equal, no one's better than no one else, and stuff like that. So when people are just mentioning this racist stuff, and then a lot of the stuff is based upon the white man's perception of stuff. So the white man's message is this, the white guy wants to do this, the white person is valued more than the black person. No one ain't worth no more than me, and I ain't telling no other person that
They're worth
this
less.
white man in his mind thinks he's worth
But you know that in the eyes of society, your life is worth less than a white woman, innit?
Unfortunately, I'm a person who banks on my own experiences and my own viewpoint to put
You know,
how I value myself more than society.
I feel like for whatever reason, you're not understanding that, like, different archetypes have different social currency and value placed on them. And I'm not saying that it's how I want it to be, it's the way that it is. And like a blonde white woman is way more susceptible to garner empathy and sympathy and positive reactions than I would. Like
In general.
They've done psychological and scientific experiments, even on terms of eye movement and that, where they've got the machines that register and they've got testing that gauge people's sympathy for reactions and scenarios.
Well, a man and a woman, there's always going to have more
it's not
sympathy
just,
for the
but it's
woman.
black and white as well.
Yeah.
It's black and white, and this is something that's ingrained in society.
So let me before
Like,
you
you
finish
know,
with
like
that,
the brown doll, white doll test.
no, but
Or brown eyes, blue eye test.
let me try and understand you a bit better. So you telling me right now that there's a black person who, if there's a white person missing and a black person misses, they're programmed to value the white person more as a black person.
Or to even have more of a sympathetic response, yes. Yeah.
So you put a white person over your own people.
Hence why Madeleine McCann will be a bigger story than any of the other black youths that ever went missing.
But is that due to us? That's due to them caring for their people more.
It's part
and
of the
promoting it
programming.
more.
It's part of the programming, and we inherit.
So you think that black people care more about Madeleine McCann than George
you're
Floyd?
just taking my shit. You're taking my shit to extremes.
Let me show you one. Like, cool. African lady in Tesco, white lady in front of me, white man in front of me, Queen's English. Yes, my dear. Yes, honey. All of that. Goodbye. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Says the black person to the white people. I come up with my young black virgin. None of the respect. She barely don't even want to talk to me. It's just club card, beep beep, bye. Yeah.
So you're telling me there's black people that value white people more than black people?
Why are you acting shocked about that?
Because that's retarded.
No,
you know what?
Chicks,
You're actually ignorant to this thing,
No, it's real. It's
you're actually
real
either you're playing a role or you're ignorant to the fact that there's people that will
even
like,
hospitals.
there's people that would stop there's black people that would stop a bus for a white woman
lady, but not
and
for
drive
black.
past me.
Yeah, normal.
So there's black like there's all we can give you a million different type of scenarios. There's people that feel more comfortable if they're walking into a lift or approaching a lift and they see a white woman or a white man and a white woman, they walk in. They see me, they be like,
normal, man.
You don't know this?
No, but so whose fault is that?
I'm just saying that. Like, I'm trying to
But
explain
I
to you.
feel like it's
born.
a social construct.
Thank you. We're born on. There's a system.
There's something wrong with you if you're doing that.
No, you're right.
How
No,
can
there
you
is
value
something
someone
wrong
else?
With the,
As
the
much as I
person,
don't
but
agree with
this
putting yourself before people
It's
and
psychology and sociology, and this is.
So would you get into a lift full of white youths and a lift full of black youths separately and feel the exact same way?
I don't really differentiate.
You wouldn't at all, like nothing at all. Because a lot of people might, or certain people with experience, with a bad
And
experience
this is why-
of each group might have a feeling towards going into that lift.
And this is why some
You know what
people
I mean?
have an issue with mixed race people representing the black experience or speaking on behalf of the black experience
Because it's a different experience.
often there's the opportunity to have such a starkly different perspective or experience that like it's best that everyone just kind of represents their own thing. Like, do you understand?
How did we get here?
Because I don't know, but I'm just saying, innit? Like,
Because I'm saying a black person.
yeah.
Viewing,
But the fact that you don't know this.
no, it's not.
Like
that's
the fact
insane.
that you don't know that
insane
there's
to
black
me.
The
I
fact
said it the other day on the pod, innit? I said that when I jumped out of the car,
Yeah.
there was a black youth in
Yeah.
a balaclava,
Yeah.
and and I felt a bit
Yeah,
funny in it. But if it was a white Unibala,
You wouldn't have felt that much of a way.
But when I said it, he was
fine.
like, "What?"
No, that's
That's
fine. No,
the
because
exact
that's.
same thing, man.
But I'm
It's the
joking
same
with you
thing.
because I know that makes sense and that's understanding.
But
the
without
whole-
even without the belly, there's still a similar.
No, but let's
thing.
not go down
Yeah,
that
bro.
path because I think we're slightly going off the road. You as a person, it's innately in you to have a care and concern and a value for people that look like you. Do you get what I mean?
You should.
So for you to have someone else who's not of your creed and mentally place them above you, that's some illness.
Yeah,
There's
it's
something
illness. No,
mad
you're right,
wrong
you're
with
right.
it.
But
That's what's throwing me.
No, you're right.
I'm not saying it's
but like
that's
for instance,
crazy.
growing up, walking past a white man, I don't even have to pay attention. Walking past a black youth, I gotta look. Walking past a black youth, screwing me. I'm on the bus, looking down, I'm just looking at the world. I look up, there's a look down, there's a black youth screwing me. It's a black youth that's tried to barge me or rare. Where you from? We learn these little things and other things where, like, there's also other people that I learned to. It's called white hero complex, right? Like even like they psychologically they did shit like when they was doing famine relief, deliberately putting shit in white planes with white rice in white bags, and people just associate white as being something better.
That's them though.
No. But it trickles down and it works
does.
the same over
Which
here.
is crazy.
It works
Because you know what's throwing
White
me.
supremacy is a system that's international, and you will find it in every nook and cranny of everything. Your media, your politics, your workplace, your society, your estate.
I'm
You will
not
find it, and
You're not-
and it. I'll just say this because I've not been chatting enough. It expresses itself and comes out in bare different ways, and one of the ways is black people feeling more comfortable and more at home with, or more friendly towards, or more sociable towards, or more empathy towards white people than other blacks. That's just a real thing.
And they're comfortable disrespecting their own.
Yeah,
Normal.
it's a real thing.
You know
Nah,
what I'm
but
saying?
I think I've lost what I was going to say. So, but that's and then this was mad because maybe I have because back to what you said about the. Like I thought everybody had the same self-esteem and home safe, so
Nah,
the
they
same
don't, man.
self-confidence that I had in myself.
It's a tribute to your upbringing.
But I'm not putting no race. I'm not valuing no race before mine.
Yeah.
How are you letting these people implement you like that?
But then it's the whole black.
Because that's what I'm
like
thinking.
the
That
picture
all
of
black
white
people.
Jesus.
Because you know the whole black people are the first people. We're the original. So I thought we was at a point where
You're in a position of privilege in many different ways, and one of the ways is the education that you was blessed with from your father and things like that, which installed pride and integrity. Plus, you had a father, like not saying, but like you know what I mean, pride and integrity in where you're from and sense of rare. You're actually upholding all the things I was talking about. This is what's made you chinks. But so many other people don't have that.
I thought everybody had that though.
Why would you think that? Cuz?
Bro, I even said at the beginning, bro.
How could you think?
If
No,
you
but-
give me some grub and I said I'm gonna give it to my white brethren Steve, or give it to a black brethren Steve,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
No,
boom,
because
boom,
you don't
boom,
keep
boom.
going the
It's
path
pulling through.
of the media and the propaganda of
No,
how
it's
they're
a fact,
painting black
though, bro.
people.
No,
because that's just
they
in
play a
terms.
big part in it, bro.
No, but I'm just saying that because the way you value yourself, the media shouldn't dictate that to you.
They shouldn't.
Your viewpoint of yourself should be the overriding viewpoint of you.
But you see
because
what-
that's when we get into the realm where
That's the-
subconsciously.
Right, so you see what you
That's
just
the
said?
whole point of the media, though.
But you see what you just
To
said?
infiltrate
The
your
word
brain.
subconsciously. So you see why you're sitting there going about your day with your own views and your own moral compass. You got a subconscious that picks up off of things, innit? And then feeds out whether you like it or not. It's a subconscious.
Like the Tesco lady that he said,
Like the
she's
Tesco
probably more
lady.
she's probably more inferior to that the white person can make her lose a job than him.
Than me. Do you know what I mean? So I've seen, bro, you see like black people at work. The worst for me. Snakes. Snakes. And guess who they're all pandering towards?
It's like sometimes you know, like the black officers, treat you the
the
worst,
horrible
like he's got
ones,
something to
yeah,
prove.
yeah.
But sometimes it's like you actually hate your own people, cuz you actually and sometimes to rubbish your own people makes you feel like you're getting closer to the class or the type of people that
Facts.
you
Yeah.
wanna be.
But they
So you
still
think
look
of it,
down at
or you
you
even
like
look
a
down and
piece
say,
of shit.
and then you might even say the opposite. Marry a white, like for instance, you got Asians that would be pissed if their child married a black person, but gas if they married a white one.
Yeah. Same complex.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not like we hate the mixing, but who you're mixing with. And the black class is seen as very low, even within even if you go back to like within Islam or Muslims.
Yeah.
You got some man will pray with you. You can't marry my daughter. Yeah. Or you get me?
My dad told me that's why he's on the Nation of Islam thing, and I understand because everybody. What's the word? Not selfish, but what you are, you want to champion, and what you get what I mean, and what you're proud of, and what you want to put forward. So I expect that from everybody else in regards to us. Or
we have it. It's called self-hate.
That's crazy.
And it's apparent everywhere. The white chick that says she only dates black man and she hates white man. Self-hate.
Same thing.
There's bare self-hate in all different. We all express it. We all have it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Same thing.
Yeah, but I don't think a white gal who doesn't like white men is sitting there saying that a black woman is worth more than her.
Some of them would.
But you are saying that the black man is worth more than the white man.
Which is
that's
you
preference, though.
Yeah, no, but some take it to extent. It goes. There's somewhere. It's self-hate. Yeah,
I thought maybe I'm being silly. I thought this was the best time to be alive as a black person.
No, but do you know what it is?
And I thought we were all there.
But Chinks,
do you know what I mean? Considering some of the tragedies we've been through. Do you know what I mean? I thought, like a fool, I was thinking this is the best time to be a black person. We've had a black president, even though he was mixed. Like, do you know what I mean? I thought we were all at the level of where we're being championed now, and our industries are at the forefront, and we're creating culture, and we're all at one with who we're being. We know our worth. I thought that's where we were,
and we're becoming millionaires and billionaires, and that's predicted of how the world is supposed to look through the eyes of materialism and the get along gang and the little Mason gang and everyone. It looks good. Oh, black excellence. And
I thought we were there, bro.
But you know what?
Take a step back, brother.
We still got along with it.
I didn't expect us to get into this deep type of conversation, the angle that we went through. But it was a beautiful conversation. I think it's getting past kids' bedtime.
What's good? That's not prejudice. What's that? Prejudice? Ages.
That's in the morning. But it has been a great conversation. Hopefully we can do more. You know what I mean? No, make sure you follow Facts Only and Kid and Chinks.
Yes,
Chinks. Yeah, Kid and Chinks, yeah? And you got a show coming up today, innit? Going on to watch.
It's out now still.
So, yeah, we're out. Big at yourself.